On October the 28th, actors and fans from all around the world expressed their sadness over the death of Matthew Perry, who is best known for his role as Chandler in the popular television series Friends. It was found after an inquiry that he had drowned at home. He had disclosed which Friends cast member was his favourite. Let's explore further. The well-liked entertainment personality Matthew Perry recently shared a touching tale that emphasizes the great friendship and support he received from his former Friends co-star Jennifer Aniston. Perry discussed the important part Aniston played in his recovery process in an interview with ABC News' Diane Sawyer in October 2022, illuminating their continuing friendship. Jennifer Aniston became an absolute rock of support during Perry's difficult fight with addiction, always willing to offer assistance and a sympathetic ear. She was the one that reached out the most, Perry said, expressing his sincere gratitude for her steadfast presence. "You know, she has my sincere gratitude for it." From the legendary television series Friends that aired from 1994 to 2004, they developed a friendship that has not only lasted, but grown stronger over time. Perry's disclosures regarding Aniston's backing show the deep bonds that may have formed in the furnaces of cooperation and common experiences. The revelation by Perry that Aniston was the first member of the group to approach him about his battle with drinking while filming Friends adds a poignancy to this tale. This information reveals a great deal about their friendship and Aniston's sincere worries for Perry's well-being. While the ensemble cast of Friends experienced rapid popularity and recognition, Matthew Perry was battling personal issues. His co-stars were aware of his open battle with alcoholism, but it was Jennifer Aniston who made the decision to speak about it. With frank compassion, Perry recalled how Aniston said to him, "Matthew," she says, "we know you're drinking." This crucial moment was more than just a recognition of Perry's difficulties. It was a lifeline given by a buddy who actually cared about Perry's well-being. Beyond the confines of their on-screen personalities, Aniston's bravery in confronting the matter showed her steadfast support and care for Perry. The strength of sincere relationships made in the entertainment industry is demonstrated by the long-lasting friendship between Jennifer Aniston and Matthew Perry. In addition to gaining them notoriety and acclaim, Friends strengthened their relationship, which has endured throughout time. Aniston's empathy, support, and readiness to face Perry's addiction head-on demonstrates the depth of their bond. Aniston's support during Perry's sobering journey is evidence of the power of genuine friendship, and Perry's path is a tale of resilience. Matthew Perry's battle with alcoholism during his tenure on the venerable television sitcom Friends has shown the less glamorous aspects of his ascent to fame. Perry revealed recently that during the 1994 to 2004 run of the series, his co-star Jennifer Aniston was the first to approach him about his alcoholism. The disclosure sheds light on the difficulties he encountered while playing the endearing Chandler Bing and the course of his addiction fight. Perry described the incident in which Jennifer Aniston voiced her worries about his drinking in an open interview. She had said, he remembered, "We know you're drinking." Perry saw the seriousness of the problem, and this acknowledgement marked a turning point in his life. The absurdity of it all struck him as he found himself in a dark area surrounded by drug dealers and feeling very alone, when he should have been enjoying his accomplishment as one of the main actors on a hugely successful show. The biography Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, written by Perry, sheds light on his lifelong battle with addiction. He disclosed that he had begun drinking at the tender age of 14, which paved the way for the difficulties he would encounter later in life. But because of the white-hot flame of fame that came with his part on Friends, he claimed that his addiction worsened during his time in the spotlight. Perry acknowledged binge drinking in the show's early seasons, but a 1996 jet ski mishap while shooting Fools Rush In with Salma Hayek set off a new battle for Perry. After the incident, Perry developed an addiction to the opioid painkiller Vicodin. When he was at his lowest, he was taking an incredible 55 potent painkillers a day just to keep up with the demands of filmmaking. Perry revealed in his memoir how his physical appearance was a reflection of his continuous struggle with addiction. He clarified that his slender build suggested a dependence on medicines, while his weight gain was a result of his alcohol intake. In the light-hearted aside, Perry said that having a goatee was a dead-away giveaway that he was high on medications. These open admissions serve as a reminder of the physical and psychological toll that addiction can have on a person. Sadly, on October the 28th, Matthew Perry's fight with addiction came to an end when he was discovered dead in the jacuzzi of his Los Angeles home. Although preliminary reports did not point to any signs of foul play, an inquiry is being conducted to ascertain the precise circumstances surrounding his death. The late star's homage was shared by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who is among those who were greatly devastated by his passing. Since their time in school, Trudeau and Perry have been friends. Thus, the Prime Minister expressed his sorrow and grief at Perry's passing. He reflected on the games they used to play in the schoolyard and acknowledged Perry's influence on people all across the world. A lot of people who appreciated Perry's skill and sense of humor found heart in Trudeau's remarks. Famous for her parts in Sex Education and Ted Lasso, Hannah Waddingham honored Perry on Instagram. She called him magic and acknowledged that his pictures had captured her attention. Waddingham conveyed her profound sorrow for Perry's ceaseless struggle against an insidious illness. She was very clear that Perry's condition would never define him for her. Rather, she loved his unmatched sense of humor, his constant sincerity on and off screen, and his attractive appearance. In the 4th season of the acclaimed television series Friends, Paget Brewster, who played Chandler's girlfriend Kathy, also offered her feelings over Perry's demise. Brewster used Twitter to reminisce about Perry's generosity towards her as they were co-workers on the program. She emphasized that Perry's book was his legacy and a means of giving back to the community, and she urged everyone to read it. Brewster made the poignant suggestion that Perry would not be able to rest in peace in the afterlife because he would already be too busy making everyone laugh. Matthew Perry experienced several special moments while he was a cast member on the beloved sitcom Friends, which aired on television from 1994 to 2004. But the one that occurred amid a period of national sadness stood out as his proudest. Following the horrific events of September the 11th, 2001, Perry and other cast members witnessed an incredible outpouring of support from viewers that had a long-lasting effect. Reminiscing about this momentous occasion, Matthew Perry said that the show's ability to calm and soothe the country in upheaval was his proudest moment in his Friends journey. "I guess the proudest moment was after the horrible 9/11, said Perry. "Every week we received roughly 30 million views. 33 million people watched it after that for 2 or 3 months, thanks to an increase in our ratings of almost 3 million viewers. After 9/11, the show's popularity skyrocketed, demonstrating its capacity to bring people together and provide inspiration in times of adversity. For a brief but crucial time, Friends evolved from a sitcom to something more than that. It became a haven of comfort for millions of people. People watched the show to find solace and normalcy in an otherwise chaotic world as the country struggled to deal with the shock and trauma of the terrorist attacks." Perry admitted that the spike in viewership wasn't permanent. He said that it went back down. However, Friends was a ray of hope for its audience in the aftermath of 9/11, offering a break from the intense feelings of doubt in the moment. The actors and crew were quite proud of the significant effect they were able to have on their audience. Not only were Friends adored by viewers, but celebrities were also drawn to the show and couldn't resist the temptation of making cameo appearances. The sitcom featured a procession of well-known names during its 10 years of operation, such as George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and Reese Witherspoon. But when asked which guest star he preferred, Matthew Perry made an unexpected decision and said Sean Penn. Sean Penn had appeared on Friends during the 8th season. He played Eric, Lisa Kudrow's character Ursula's fiancé. When Ursula went on a date with her twin sister Phoebe, her narrative took an interesting turn. The ever-entertaining plot of the show took a distinctive turn because of this nuanced and funny interaction. With all of the A-list stars that grace the set, it may come as a surprise that Perry named Sean Penn as his favorite guest star. However, it highlights the show's capacity to draw elite talent, and Penn's appearance enhanced the already stellar roster of guest stars. Who do you think his favorite cast was? Comment your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed watching our content, then do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.